Okay, so this will be a follow-up video of the whole Matt Riddle JFK airport incident where he claimed that a fellow security guard had inappropriately touched him. So recently TMZ released footage from the Matt Riddle airport incident, and the video shows what happened before Riddle interacted with police. So it reads that TMZ has obtained some footage from Matt Riddle's recent incident at the JFK airport in New York City. In the video, Riddle can be seen grabbing a microphone at a front desk in the airport. TMZ writes that Riddle seemingly had a few too many drinks while his plane was delayed. A witness told TMZ that Riddle was incredibly obnoxious, quote unquote, during the delay and was extremely loud and rude. Now, this is what TMZ wrote. A witness tells us their flight to Orlando was postponed multiple times, so Riddle and his friend waited out by enjoying drinks at a nearby restaurant. The witness says Riddle was becoming obnoxious throughout the delay, being extremely loud and rude, right? And once it was almost time to board, the witness noticed Riddle walking around, yelling and asking when the plane would take off, before going up to the gate's front desk and grabbing the mic. So in the video, Riddle, who's holding a drink, is heard asking fellow passengers if they're capable of flying the plane. Laugh out loud. It's all in a playful manner, but staffers were quick to put an end to it. So this is probably at a point where he's causing a whole ruckus and, he's just being a complete nuisance. This is probably when I guess the police, or no, not the police, the security guard went to, check him for anything, do a little pat down. And, I don't know. I think Riddle was just probably making this stuff up just to get some attention. And because the fact that he was intoxicated, while waiting for his delayed flight. So, yeah, he was more likely just being a nuisance and bringing attention to himself and, try to make it seem like, oh, they were being unprofessional and, they were sexually harassing me. And, I just think that's a whole lie. And decided to put the picture of the security guard on his Instagram. And then, he deleted it. And why he deleted it? Because he probably realized the security guard didn't do a damn thing. Came back to his senses and was probably like, oh, why did I even post that on Instagram? I was probably just being a complete moron last night. Had too many drinks and, I was just acting foolish and wanted some attention. So he probably deleted that for, knowing that he was, lying about the entire incident, right? That's just my opinion, though. I wasn't there, so I don't know what really went down. But this is what I'm reading on the whole, the TMZ website. Or I'm sorry, f4wonline.com. That's where I'm getting the, the information from. So the passengers, right, to continue, the passengers eventually got on the plane, except Matt Riddle, who was denied entry due to his state. So, it says our witness tells us that he grew upset. I mean, at that point, I can't blame him because if I'm waiting for my flight, and I'm just gonna put myself in Matt Riddle's shoes. If I was waiting for my flight and it's supposed to come at this specific time, and now all of a sudden it's delayed. Now I gotta wait even longer for this plane. I gotta be places. I'm a pro wrestler. I gotta catch the next town. So my busy schedule is in full effect here. You know, I don't got time for a plane to be delayed. So there's alcohol around. There's a restaurant nearby. So why not grab a couple of drinks? You know what I'm saying? Just to keep myself from going insane, right? And that's probably what his thought process was, to go grab some drinks while he's waiting for his delayed flight. But I can't blame the staff for denying him entry because yeah, he was in an intoxicated state and bringing a lot of unnecessary attention to himself. So, it says our witness tells us he grew upset, asking, so are you telling me I'm not going home today? That's what Matt Riddle asked the staff. But here's the thing. This all is connected, right? This recent incident that happened a couple weeks ago, this is all tied into Matt Riddle getting released. You understand? Matt Riddle just didn't get cut because of budget cuts. Budget cuts. Not because of that reason. He got released and let go because he was becoming too much of a nuisance. Sending banana pics, just he's in the news too much. And with the company, with the whole TKO merger, they don't want any like bad publicity. They don't want any of their stars, especially someone like Matt Riddle, who is still kind of at the time was still regarded as somewhat of a top guy in some ways. He kind of lost his stock, kind of went down after the Seth Rollins feud. And then when Randy Orton got hurt, injured, and he hasn't been seen since May of 2022. And that was pretty much Matt Riddle's push to the top of the card. So there was really nothing for Matt Riddle. He could have been higher on the card and maintained his spot, right? But it was just what he was doing outside of the ring that was causing them to be like, nah, he's not it. He's not it. We can't give this guy a run. We can't give him a world title. If he's going to be behaving this way outside of the company, then we can't reward him with a push. He's just going to be at the back burner. And unfortunately for Matt Riddle, Dana White is part of UFC. He's part of this whole TKO merger, and he don't like Matt Riddle. He never had the nicest things to say about Matt Riddle. So maybe he was always on the chopping block, right? But it's just a continuous pattern of these unnecessary behaviors that Matt Riddle has exude, right? And it just came to a boiling point where they said enough is enough. You gotta go. And I don't blame them for releasing Matt Riddle. I think Matt Riddle has, this guy's about what, 30 something, late 30s, early 40s. I don't know. But you're too damn grown, especially if you're a father and a husband. You're too damn grown to be acting like this, man. Like, you're too damn old to be behaving this way. Like, you would expect this out of a 21-year-old, right? Who isn't responsible, who don't have responsibilities, you know. So, in my opinion, Matt Riddle had to be taught a lesson to, carry yourself well, handle yourself well outside of the ring, outside the company, because at the end of the day, you are on national television. So people are going to recognize you. People are going to see you. People are going to know who you are. So when you're out and about in public, people recognize you. And, you got to represent your company well. You got to be on your best behavior pretty much when you're representing that company. And Matt Riddle just wasn't doing that. Overall, he was just being a nuisance and, just not carrying himself correctly. And him being in the news and in a negative light, all the drama he's been a part of, it all caught up to him, man. It all caught up to him, right? It all caught up to him.